Hello, everybody. I think we're live now. How are you guys doing today?
Hey, great. Hey. How are you?
Just well.
Good. Let's check now. Let's see if you're live. We should be live on Facebook, YouTube, X, and Instagram. We got a lot of comments already. Fantastic. It's probably from YouTube, I see. So please type in where you're from. And yeah, what are you trading? Could be funny. Los Angeles, hello to you. No, the profile is Los Angeles. I don't know if you're from Los Angeles, but fair enough.
I wonder is that aspirational or
daily
how's
news.
your trading going?
So up and down.
A little bit more down than up.
Let's ask, because yesterday I asked just before we went live, Tyler, if he was trading Nasdaq yesterday. How many of you shorted Nasdaq yesterday? Type in yes if you shorted Nasdaq, or did you lose an account because of this? So yeah, you probably, maybe you didn't trade Nasdaq gold.
What did you do, Christian?
But both things happened for me. I lost one, but also in another one. I didn't hit them. It's not like that, I don't think. But it was two different things. But that was crazy. It dropped a lot. And you know, yesterday there was a lot of red news events. So I was like, no, I'm probably not going to trade. But then before I went to bed, yeah, why not?
Why not? Yeah.
Yeah. And then I shouldn't have done that.
And then you found out why not.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Now and then you need that reminder, you know?
Yes.
Just to make sure.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so it's our AMA. Feel free to ask any question. And we're here, Tim, Gary, and I. Petrus couldn't join today, but he will be back next time. And we will also, today we have a guest. I can see Jaime. He is standby. It's good. Looking forward to talk with him. So ask your questions here right now, and we will also update you about what's going on at the FunderPro office. So hello to you. Type in where you're from. Type in your question. And yes, don't forget that I'm pretty sure that if you ask a question, you will also join our giveaway at the end of this AMA. So you have to ask a question. Okay, and to Tim and Gary, if you see something, a good question, then put it on screen if you want. Let's feel free to. Okay, cool. Yes.
Tim,
one off the bat, for me. I was going to put it on Christian.
yeah. Who's going to take it? Maybe very close right now.
I'd say we're very close for sure.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're just about to enter the holiday period, so I don't think launching any big product around that time is in the best interest of anyone. You know, people are going to be busy with their families, and they'll have other things on their minds. But we're soon at the point where we start testing it internally, maybe with a very small, close group of traders and affiliates, and then quite soon in the new year we'll open the doors for everyone. A little bit late at Christmas present, but it makes more sense to do it after the holiday period.
Let's ask everybody here. So how many of you are trading during Christmas? I know we asked the last time as well, but it's always funny to see. Are you planning to trade those few days, or are you planning to say, no, I want to have holiday, I'll be back in the beginning of January? Yes or no? Are you trading or not during Christmas? Yeah, and feel free to ask your questions as well. Me, what me? Are you trading? Yes or no during Christmas? We have a lot of people right now coming in. It's good. Normally, we always give people a couple of minutes to join. So yeah, feel free to ask your questions. So this is another one about payout. Let me see if I can find this one. It's actually a good one also. So does the withdrawal deduct instantly? So let's say I'm up $1,000 on my account, and as you all know, we have daily payouts, meaning that from your first trade, you can request a payout, and you don't have to wait 1 week, 2 weeks, and so on. But the question here is that if I'm up $1,000 on my 100K account, I requested, how fast after can I trade again?
They're pretty much instantaneously. As soon as we start processing the payout, obviously that transfer can take a few minutes, especially if it's sent over the blockchain. But as soon as someone presses approve on our backend, the amount is deducted from your trading account. It kind of resets back to the balance after the withdrawal, and you can continue trading. There's no waiting period or anything. As soon as you request and it's approved, you can continue trading.
So a good follow-up question, Gary, it is what is the fastest payout you have seen in 224?
Oh my God! So
you have seen maybe we have a faster one in the system.
Yeah, look, I approve a lot of payouts. It's something I enjoy doing. I enjoy going into the admin.
You're a giver.
We look, sometimes I've had scenarios where as I've been approving, a new payout has popped up and I've approved it. So that's within seconds. Yeah, look, we obviously, on very big payouts, we do a screening just to make sure everything's okay. On the smaller ones, a couple of $100, those are just kind of screened and paid out. So
17 seconds.
17 seconds, yeah, possibly.
Yeah,
I think, yeah. Look, we've for sure been paying out, very, very fast. I would say if we were to say the longest times, which would be probably something better to compare. I'd say the longest times can be on a regular day. It's usually within 30 minutes, let's say, up to sometimes maybe on certain times and certain days, it might be a couple of hours, but usually it's kind of within a couple of hours, unless it kind of happens at an awkward time where it's, through the night, for us here at the head office. If it's through the night, obviously it can take time over the night, but yeah, look, we pride ourselves, I suppose, in just paying out all traders that are making profits. One thing to mention, and I think it maybe applies to the person who asked that question. You can for sure still trade as you've requested a payout. So you can still manage your trades and you can still go through.
Yep.
If by chance you do have a little bit of drawdown in the meantime, as you've placed the trades, as you've executed your trades and you hit a little bit of drawdown, we'll still process the trade, the payout. The system does cause us to, I suppose, reduce it to the amount of the new available balance, but we'll still process the payout through. So you'll still get your payout. It will be affected by the drawdown in that medium time, but I guess that's just kind of that's the way the system, I suppose, allows us to do it as we're hitting the payout button.
It's very cool. It's very fast and very cool. Thank you.
For the person, yeah. For the person who asked, do we still have daily payouts? Yes, absolutely. For sure. Yeah, we have daily payouts. Take your payouts as many times as possible throughout the day, and we'll be here to pay them out.
So this one here, how to control emotions in trading. Look, I think it comes with experience. You have to learn to love to fail, if you can say like this. You have to be happy about. Best Loser Wins, right, from Tom Hugard. I think it's a very good book to read, and it's very difficult. But get a job and don't do something so you don't depend on those money you potentially could make from trading. It would be a very good idea, and try to create some habits and your daily routines, good routines for yourself. It's also very good. But it is difficult. I think it comes with experience. Okay, let's find another good one here. Okay, so this one is also, we're talking a little about payout right now because it's very unique. And another thing, Gary, you and I, we talked about the other day, it is that, we know that you guys, you're probably trading with a lot of props in the industry, and it is cool. I mean, it is how it is, and it's a way we traders diversify our risk. It is how much capital can I trade from this company and so on. But I think that what we have to mention here, especially when we talk about daily payout, it is that how fast you get your payout from the props you're trading with. Because if you're going to go out and buy 3, 4, 5 challenges across the industry, you could basically go in, place your first trade the moment you're funded with FunderPro and get a fast payout. And that could be the way going forward to diversify. So when you're sitting at home and you're trying to find your 3 to 4 companies, then try to ask yourself when you want to scale in 225 and has as much capital as possible, where can I, in the fastest way, get that capital so you can go out and buy challenges and, of course, learn, trade, and get your payouts. So I would say it's a no-brainer for me, right? I will put FunderPro as number 1, get those payouts, and then I will make a strategy around this, how I can diversify. So, but okay.
Yeah. Well, I guess a question to ask the audience, because that is something that we're thinking about, is like, okay, what are the reasons why you decide to use multiple prop firms? So obviously, I think Christian kind of mentioned 2 of them there. One of them is max allocation, and the second one is just diversifying to make sure that you're achieving those payouts. But I guess maybe you could let us know, what are the other reasons why you might choose to use multiple prop firms at the same time?
And maybe put in a number in the comment box here, saying how many props do you normally trade with at the same, let's say, in a month? Do you have like 2, 3, 4 props? This is the ones, or what's your strategy around this? Are you jumping from one to another? I think I know the answer, but it could be very funny to see. So okay, 2 props, 2, 70. Fair enough. You're all in. Okay, and why is it you choose 2 and not 1 or 5? Try to type in, why is it so important to have 3? Okay, cool.
Yeah. Just to answer this while we're in the middle, can I withdraw 10 profits in a day? Yeah. As long as you've closed your trades into a profit, Tim, the minimum 50?
I believe it is 50, yes.
Yeah, I think it's
exactly. So minimum set at 50. So as long as you're above $50, you can withdraw that profit. And yeah, you can do it 10 times in a day.
This is crazy, right? It's really, really good. Okay, so let's come back to, why are you trading with more than 1 prop? Please type in what's the reason. And how much capital at the moment do you guys trade with? Our max is 200K with us, but what's the situation for you out there? Or what's your goal in 225? How much would you like to trade with? Diversifying, yes, you want to diversify. And when you say you want to diversify, there was somebody said that, what are you afraid of, since you need to diversify? Please type in. Let's see what people are saying.
Yeah, for sure. Well, look, I suppose, as I'm sure a lot of you know, we are a technology provider as well as a prop firm, and so it's obviously very clear to us, that the industry is big, and it's big enough for more than 1 prop firm. Obviously, we hope everybody comes to us, but we understand that it's good. It's good to have competition. It's good to have other firms out there. And so I guess, what are you seeing from other prop firms that you're liking? Maybe you think that they're doing that thing better than FunderPro, because we're always here to get your feedback of where we can do better. As we always say, anybody who's looking at the AMAs for a long time, we do certain things, like, let's say, max allocation at 200K, which I'm sure a lot of you would be happier if we increased. But there are certain things that we do, because we're a fully able prop firm. we need to take certain risk measures, like max allocations and different things like that. So, happy to take the feedback where we can. And then some things, of course, we just end up, we're just going to have to maintain as we have.
It's good to see that more and more people are joining right now. We're close to be 100 people here. That's great. Okay. So it's good to see. We will read all the comments. If you don't mention them here, just keep texting. It's good to see what you guys think. Okay. Transparency. How do we ensure transparency and fairness? One of the ways it is what we're doing now.
Yeah.
For sure, right? So we're trying to go live with you guys every 2 times a month, normally on all platforms, or at least Facebook, YouTube, X, and Instagram, for you to be able to meet some of us. Of course, we are a big team behind. So Gary, how many are we now? Around. It's not only us. It's not like us sitting here.
Yeah.
Big team they're doing really good every day.
And again, we are consistently hiring people. A last count I had was 58. But we might even be a little bit more than that at the moment. So yeah, that's for sure. Look, we are a big company behind the scenes, and there's a lot of people putting in a lot of effort. Even with Tim, how many people are with you in tech and product? 15.
I think around 15, 14 or 15 myself included. Yeah. So a lot
exactly.
larger than you would think, for sure.
Yeah. So we got a lot of people in behind the scenes who are doing a lot of great work. Look, in terms of ensuring transparency and fairness, look, the trading conditions and our profit sharing model, to a certain part, things like this are important. Obviously, showing who we are and what we do. There is specifically on the trading side, it is kind of difficult because in FX, and I suppose different to futures, let's say, there is no, let's say, central exchange that we can show, trade numbers and actually show the execution on the market. When you're trading with a broker or a liquidity provider, there is no specific, we couldn't show you a database to say, oh, hey, look at these trade IDs and you can see that it hit the market, because I suppose effectively in the FX space, it doesn't really work in the same manner. But look, I guess, seeing our rules, seeing the fact that we've got daily payouts, and seeing that we're happy to pay 10 times a day to somebody, those types of things, I suppose, show the fact that, we want you to make profit. And at the end of the day, we're always focused on trying to improve conditions, have rules, and I suppose a lot of people look at prop firm rules as ways of limiting their trading. Realistically, what we see prop firm rules are, we know where people can fall down, the mental side gets a hold of you, like Christian was saying. He shouldn't have got into his trades yesterday. And these, if we can put rules in place that actually promote good, consistent trading rather than, high volatility, high risk trading, these types of things we want to continuously do to actually promote people to just make money on the market. Because at the end of the day, if you make money, we make 20% of that. If you lose the money, we lose 100% of that. So the lower the losses, much better it is for us, and the higher profit that you make, the better it is for both of us.
Somebody here asked, look, I will put on both of them, how to overcome trading laws, and then together with this one, they say some tips for healthy mental health for trading. Let me ask you guys, what do you do at the moment? All of you, some of you have been trading for many years. You're very experienced. You know how it is. You probably have lost and won a lot. What do you guys do every day? And let's talk about when you don't feel so good. When your second half think you're crazy because you lost an account. What do you guys do to still keep a good atmosphere at home and everything is good? Type in now. I would. It is very difficult when it comes to losses, right? I think, okay, so one thing I did early on, let's say you have a strategy and you know that a part of this strategy is that you will win 50% of the time, you will lose the other 50%. And the risk to reward is a 1 to 2. If you can do this, you'll be profitable. Maybe you on average have 20 trades in a month and you expect that half of them gonna be losers. Even the days you're gonna lose is still mentally very hard. But just look at it like before you start the month, for this month to be a very good month, you need to lose 10 times. And of course, win the other 10 if this is the case, or break even, right? If you have a 1 to 2 or more. So if you picture this in your head that it's okay to lose, it is a part of the strategy, and you can basically say, check, I lost, okay, I need to do that 10 times in a month, then I will still be very profitable. So you have to learn to love or accept it is a part of the game. And it's very difficult. I don't have the perfect answer, but I will say that something like this.
Yeah, it reminds me of Rafa Nadal. He gave a speech. I think it was like last year. I think to like one of these Harvard commencement speeches, and the statistics. I just was quickly googling there because it kind of came to mind. You know, like the incredible success that he's had throughout his whole career, where he's won 87.8% of matches. So just the vast majority of matches he'd ever won. But in fact, he only ever won 54.6% of all points. And so it just shows you that as a very consistent player, just that marginal difference, that 4.6% led to him winning almost 90% of all matches.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So he's literally just marginally better than all of his competition the whole way through. However, he was just consistent, and he was just consistently winning those sets, which then led to the matches. And I think it goes back to what you're saying, Christian. You know, to be a profitable trader, you don't have to win every trade, but you know, you just need to make sure that when you're losing, you're managing the losses.
Yeah.
And when you're taking your profit, you're also managing the wins, so that as long as you're marginally above 50%, or your risk to reward is marginally above 50%, you're going to get those outsized results.
So let's see. You have so many questions. 128 people. It's very, very good. It's not a record yet, so please share, comment, like. We still need to. I think we've been close to 200 one time, but it's growing. It's good. Thanks, everybody. Okay, let's see what else we can find. No matter where you're from, type in your question now if you want. Okay, we can mention this again. We just did it here in the beginning, but let's just talk about this again. Yes, right, Tim, it's just around the corner now.
Very soon. Now, just kind of in the final stages of getting everything together. With it being the holidays, we don't want to put this on the market when people have other things on their mind. We'll most likely start testing the futures prop internally, and maybe with a few select users as like a kind of a closed group test, even in the coming days. But then the actual launch will be at the start of the new year. And I assume, Christian, I'm not sure what your plans are for actually announcing or picking a date. You know, you're the man who gets to make it official when the time comes. You know, I'm not sure how soon you're going to announce the announcement, kind of thing.
Yeah, that's a good question. At the end of this AMA, I will announce. No, stay to the end. No, but look, it's Christmas, right? And we know that we all love to trade, but what's out in the beginning of January? We are back from holiday. We're ready to go into the market, and and we need momentum also, right? So, but it will be live very, very, very soon. The moment you, Tim, say that the tech part is good, everything is ready to go, then we will bring it live and we will start bringing in the first people, and we will test it, of course. And the whole point is that in the first month, we would like to invite you all for, let's say, a call, a Zoom call, or whatever we can do. Maybe go live here and get your feedback. What is working? What is not working? How do you see us against the other ones in the industry? And what can we improve? And we want to adapt very fast. So yeah, let's see.
Yeah, I think also a nice point to quickly, we usually do this where we have a short section of kind of going over what product and tech have been up to, or like what they will be up to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So obviously, no big surprise. A lot of work has gone towards setting up for this futures launch, but also to shed a bit of light on the things we do internally. And since we touched upon having a big team and kind of touching upon our operations, with it almost being the end of this quarter, we've just gone through an exercise with Gary, Petros, other management, to construct or to make a plan for what we want to work on in Q1. So typically we try and take the approach, while remaining flexible, we sit down and understand what's most important to build, what do people want, what's going to put us ahead, what's going to help our traders, and we make a bit of a plan for each next quarter. And we just finished that this week. We have a pretty solid list together. I think we came up with a total of like 20 key features, like different things.
Wow.
Obviously, not all of them will be customer facing. We do things like internal improvements, help the company or like the technology behind the company grow as well to accommodate a growing number of traders. But a good amount of these also will be customer facing.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, I think we talked about it here and there on different AMAs. I think also Jim and others requested this kind of internal or like a risk management tool where traders can set their own drawdown limits or their own cooldown periods. You see this a lot in iGaming or in online casinos or gaming applications where you get to configure your own cooldown periods. If I try and gamble too much or play above my limits, pause my account for a day. If I lose too much in a day, make me step away for a day. And
it will be very cool.
That's a great idea. We got from a lot of our traders, and now we finally set aside some time to build this. So that's something we really want to do this quarter. And that's something we're excited to get feedback on and to see how it affects traders' performance and our risk. Those are things. I think that's a great example of how these kind of developments can really be mutually beneficial. It's going to be an optional thing. If you're a trader and you want to limit your risk or control your risk, you totally can. And if we give you those tools to manage your risk more effectively, it's obviously going to impact us for the better as well.
It's one of those features, right? The moment you activate it, then like, okay, I do it. And then one day it will help you. You will maybe only lose 2% instead of losing the whole account. It's fantastic. And but at this moment, you will be a little annoyed, but hey, I want to trade more. But the next day you will come back and say, thanks God I had this feature activated.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about mental health just now as well. It's kind of like your past self tapping you on the back and saying, this is better for you. Today you should step away. This is not part of your strategy. Cool down and come again tomorrow. So it's like a way of kind of supporting yourself there.
Very cool, man. Very cool.
Otherwise, I don't want to get into too much of the details because these are coming out over the next couple of months. A quarter is quite long. And one thing will most likely fit in as well. Gary's already pretty fast with the payouts, obviously, but we also, since there are no hidden rules or no other checks we have to do, since we're transparent with the rules, we're also looking at automating the payout process. So, of course, if you're requesting a big payout or trading for the first time, we might still have a person look at that and make sure that everything was within the rules. But especially for people that get multiple payouts in a day or multiple payouts on the same account, especially under a certain size, there's no reason to not just push them through because they will be approved regardless. So we're looking at kind of
1 sec payout.
Yeah, essentially instant payouts is what we would like to achieve. Save Gary the clicks, save them for the bigger payouts. So these are the kind of things we're looking at for the next quarter. Should be fun.
Yeah, I think and something we had obviously focused on when we were talking throughout the week and preparing for the first quarter of next year. I think it's little things like that. You know, I think we will be putting more focus on features that aren't, you know, trader facing, but more about the customer experience. So making sure that, you know, our support are enabled to help you more instantly as you contact them. Making sure that, you know, like the payouts are quickly processed. Making sure just these little things that we can do in the background, I suppose, on our side that help us actually help you quicker. You know, even things like, as soon as you're getting funded, you've done your KYC processing through and making that process of actually completing KYC to actually getting your account quicker. So these little things that are just the friction points of where your customer experience could be better. That's where we want to improve, because, you know, I think a lot of fancy features are great, but, you know, at the end of the day, you're here to trade and get funded and get a payout. And the more seamless that we can make that process, the better it is for everybody.
So that's another one regarding payout, by the way. What is the maximum percent of traders who are allowed to withdraw profit at any given time? The moment you are up $50, you can request.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So there is no maximum percent of traders. As soon as anybody's ready for a payout, you can take a payout. Yeah. Somebody asked if there was a limit to how many times a day or how much. No. If you made 50 grand, okay, we might have to transfer money across. But yeah, no, you can get your payout. So yeah, there is no issue around that.
So this one here, you've got this question a lot of time, Gary. It's your favorite one.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Please explain again the whole A-book thing and how does that work? How is it possible for us to do daily payouts?
Yeah. So it is possible for FunderPro to do daily payouts because you get paid from the market. Is the short answer. So all of the trades that you place on a live funded account get executed in a broker and on the market. And so if you make a profit, that profit is then made on the trading account. So we've got one big centralized trading account, and as soon as you make profit, that increases the balance of that centralized trading account. So effectively, your trades are getting paid from the market. And so we can give instant payouts because you're getting paid from the market. So you're just making a profit. And so we've made a profit, and you keep 80% of it and we keep 20, and everybody's happy.
How many of you? Sorry.
Finish. Yeah, and I suppose to go down on that, then if you make a loss, we also make a loss on the market. Yeah. And so, you know, you'll always hear us talking about being safe and consistent as a trader. And that's because at the end of the day, we don't want you coming in and getting a 200K account and just going crazy and hitting your 5% drawdown and losing 10 grand, because that's 10 grand of money that you've lost from our trading account. And so our goal is to find safe, consistent traders and back people who are there to be steady and consistent.
Look, I think it's time now also to introduce our guests. Tim, feel free if you're busy. I know that you have people coming, passing
exactly.
by.
Yeah, we'll do one out, one in. So I'll leave you here.
That's
thanks
cool,
thanks for the AMA. Always fun, and I'll see you for the next one.
Very
Thanks
cool.
a lot, Tim.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Bye bye. Okay, so now we will say welcome to, and let me bring you on stage, Jaime. How are you doing? Can you hear me?
Hi, how are you? Good, you? Can you hear me?
Very good. Yes.
Yep.
Nice meeting you.
Can you hear me or no? Okay, good.
Everything is very good.
Oh, likewise. Thank you for having me.
Gary, oh, that's nice, and we appreciate that you took your time and you have time to join the interview now. Gary, look, start the show with you have a lot of questions as usual, and I will jump in regarding trading questions later on. But yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, well, look, I suppose maybe you want to give us a little bit of your background, your trading experience. How long have you been trading? And just for everybody, if let us know how you found FunderPro and I guess how your experiences are going with this so far.
I come from I spent about 18 years in the construction industry background, mainly working in New York City, and I spent a lot of time as a musician, as a bass player. Later on, I became an audio engineer. Spent some time on the road, and then I opened up my own business during the last market crash in '08. And so I lived off the music and studio rental business for many, many years. And right prior to COVID, I pretty much quit everything and left everything behind and started fresh. Left right on time because shortly after, right in March, all that income wasn't coming in. That every business pretty much went downhill. And I was kind of like navigating through Instagram and people posting courses and all these different things. And I was like, oh, that looks interesting. And that's pretty much where it started. I started paying for classes online, and I always kind of like had a little interest in buying stocks and a little bit of crypto here and there. So the one thing that actually caught my attention was that a year prior to that, before COVID, I was sitting at a bar having a glass of wine, and a gentleman walked in, sat across the bar, and he told the bartender, "I want to buy that guy a glass of wine." Bartender comes over, gentleman across the bar, buy you a couple of drinks. So I came over and said hello to this guy, and we were chatting for about 5, 10, then it turned to an hour. And but immediately he opened up. At this time, I didn't know what it was. He opened up TradingView, and he tells me something tells me that you will make a phenomenal trader. And never saw him again. And during COVID, everything clicked, and I'm like, holy shit! It just thought me that this guy just told me a year ago that I should give trading a shot. And that's kind of like where it kind of like that domino effect started taking place. But it wasn't an easy 3.5 years. In the beginning, there was a lot of beginner's luck, winning. And the following year, it's just complete darkness. Lose. Then you have a big wins. Then you lose it all. And it's kind of like it was more of a mindset thing. Keeping up with good habits, reading, working out, going to bed
But
early.
tell me, why did you continue? Many people will stop after been losing. Why did you continue?
Because I enjoy the challenge. I enjoy the patterns of trying to figure something out, and I think it came from my musical background of spending so much time on the screen, analyzing and editing and making people sound really, really good. So I kind of like put that into perspective. It's very similar, the charts, when you look at frequency waves on charts, on audio editing. It's kind of like put two and two together, and I think it came a little bit more natural for me, believe it or not. Even though it was a living hell for a while, but I enjoyed the challenge. And then my eyes started adapting to the point where, so there was different phases. Absolutely, there was a lot of phases, but a lot was an internal. A lot was an internal thing, not letting things go from the past. It was just a truckload of things that needed to be wiped out clean. And I think that's when I kind of like started cutting that corner, that big turnaround, where I was stuck for a while. Those $1,000 weeks on my personal accounts, and I hit that barrier. I was like, man, I just can't get past that zone. I need to change something else again. And once you start tackling those little things, yeah, those $1,000 weeks turn into $5,000 weeks. Yeah, but that
That's
was
very good.
extremely difficult. Really, really hard. Another thing I noticed is there are certain days that you shouldn't even be trading. If you wake up and you feel a little fuzzy, a little cloudy. Yesterday I was a little cloudy. I took an early long on the Nasdaq, where my original intention was to short.
You should have
Because
done
I saw the night before that I saw the 4-hour close, it closed out of consolidation, and then I took the overnight buy. 3-4 hour
Okay.
candles went to retest, and that was a clear as daylight. It was a complete short. And then I had to, news, and but I worked my way out of it, going back to those 4-hour zones all the way at the bottom. So that's not an easy thing to do either, getting out of bad trades and be able to get out in profit. And marrying the losses. It's still difficult sometimes.
So share some of your knowledge. You have now you've been trading for now for so long. To all new people watching or other who've done it for years. So try to share, how do you get out of a bad trade?
Well, there's two things. Either you just suck it up and take the loss, or be patient and wait for that 4-hour close. Because the majority of the time, the 4-hour close ends up being one giant wick. And by the time the new 4-hour candle opens, this thing was just shaking everybody out. And it completely comes around and goes in your direction. And NASDAQ is a famous pair for that. So I will scale in. And I will try to close above break even. Just to make that one trade that I was holding worthwhile.
And yeah, Gary, take it.
Yeah, and I'd say, something, obviously listening to you here, and the way you even kind of introduced it, where the first year you had a lot of luck, the second year you didn't, and I suppose it's interesting to think, how luck and how you think about luck kind of plays its part, because I think, every day, and now that you're used to observing the charts and seeing the patterns in happening on front of you, I guess you probably don't see it so much as luck anymore, and the luck is kind of taken out of it. But early on, it feels like, I guess, luck and psychology are kind of both combined into each other. How do you see, as you've grown in your career of trading, how do you see that mental side and kind of taking luck out of it?
Oh yeah, that was really hard to unblock. Well, with me personally, I came to the conclusion and I accepted, and I told myself that was complete beginner's luck. I'm doing this completely wrong. So once you admit to that you're wrong, obviously the losses come into place again, and you just have to let it go. That there's no such thing as luck in trading. You might get lucky, but the market is so intelligent, and that it has some sort of psychological effect on you that it kind of like already, how can I explain it? It's ahead of the game. It knows your next move. It knows that 3,000 people are going to enter this long a little bit too early. So I threw that out of the equation, and I put my ego down, and I admitted to myself that there is no such thing as luck in trading. And once I admitted that to myself, that I am wrong, then I think that kind of like opened up a whole new path in my head. Kind of just cleared out the blockage.
Somebody, Jaime, is asking you, what are the most common mistakes traders make with setups?
The most common mistakes, being patient and not watching those 3-day candle closes at the extreme level, daily close and 4-hour close, because those closes determine exactly where you are. at the lower and the highs. Just not waiting for your move is basically it. Sometimes you have to wait a couple days. Like right now in the NASDAQ, I might have to wait another day or two, or maybe this afternoon until the dust settles.
Yeah.
How do you then manage your exposure in that time? Because obviously, if you're allowing those trades to swing and come back into your favor, it's obviously then very important to manage how much you're putting on a trade so that you've got enough liquidity to let it run and let it ride out any drawdowns.
If I'm wrong, I try to go in with the bare minimum lot size, the smallest increment, just in case I'm wrong. And if I'm wrong, at least I know I have a little ammunition to put in a bigger lot size in a better position, so I could manage my way out of it. For me, I love scaling in. I love swing trading. I wish I would have taken a swing account instead, but yeah, I will scale in and just try not to over leverage, because the minute you over leverage, the market goes against you. And it doesn't take much to blow your account. I try not to surpass 2%, but I try to stick to 1%. Once I see that I'm in negative $1,000, I'm already like, oh man, it's gotta normally at the breaking point is when the market turn around.
So if you look at your trading
yesterday,
journey,
there's no hope.
No, that was crazy. Yesterday was crazy, right? But if you look at your trading journey right now, what is the biggest challenge you are facing personally in your trading journey so far? You have mastered something very good. You have passed challenges. You are a funded trader. You're taking payouts, but it's still difficult to trade. What is your biggest challenge so far? What do you need to improve in your trading journey so far? I mean, there's probably a lot of experienced traders in this call as well. Some new people, some experienced people, and it's like an ongoing thing. We keep trying to become better and better. What are you working at right now? So yeah, you can become an even better trader in 2025.
Probably trading less days and just finding bigger setups. Cut the trading days in half and just have much better much bigger opportunities versus trying to trade in between.
Why is that so important?
Because you could literally trade Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and on Friday the market goes into a pause, and you could literally wipe out your account and lose all your progress of the entire month. So just take it. I noticed that the easier that I take it, the better the more productive I become. The less work I do, the better it is. So I'm trying to do as least amount of work as possible. I already know where my setups are. By Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I know what my setups are for the week. So least amount of work as possible. Lately, I've been scalping here and there, but I've been trying to focus more on working less, spending too much time on charts.
Yeah, I think I seen somebody a few minutes ago asked about your account and just looking to see, I guess the information of your account. Do you mind me telling it? I suppose the statistics, because I've just been looking at it on the screen here while I've been talking. So you've been funded since November 16th. You got funded, so you're funded over a month now, which is fantastic. I'm looking at it here. You've achieved 5 payouts, which is really good, and just nice, consistent payouts. November 21st, 22nd, November 30th, December 6th, December 13th. You're in profit now, so you could actually take a payout now if you wanted. And just great to see, I suppose, just looking at the equity curve in the account. You've dipped into drawdown, but really the deepest you've gone is like 3%. And every time you're just kind of managing your way and I guess slowly coming through that. So fantastic just to even look at the account and see the consistency and I guess the conservativeness of that trading. It's really good. It'd be really cool to hear just, I guess, you know, and to go back to your point, you know, if you go into that $1,000 of drawdown, you start, you know, getting conservative. I guess when you do hit that drawdown, what do you start doing and changing about your account that, you know, you say, okay, I don't want to go any lower than this. I want to get myself out of it.
I literally just walk away from the computer, go outside, and just leave it alone, and come back and reassess. Really, I mean, that's all you could do, because the more you stare at it, the more you're gonna freak out, and then you start to see things, and then you want to scale in again, and then you kind of like just have to walk away for 20 minutes, let that 1 hour candle close. Let's see where we are. Does it look overbought? Does it look oversold? Let me check the 4 hour. Let me check the 1 hour again, and just reassess and just calm down. Take it easy. Sometimes you just have to close. And like you said, that big dip, yeah, that all kinds of emotions and all kinds of thoughts go through your head. Once in a while, it happens to me, and you have to say to yourself, you know what, I need to relax. Let me go for a walk, leave those trades open, and I'll come back and dig my way out of it. That's it. The minute you freak out, you're done. It's over. So
absolutely,
you actually become in the beginning, it was a nightmare for me, but you, believe it or not, you become numb to your gains and your losses. They don't phase you anymore. A $5 win and a $5,000 win, or a $10,000 loss, which happened to me.
Yeah,
it really isn't. There's no emotional attachment to it anymore. So I think once you overcome whatsoever, you have to be extremely cold.
Amazing. Your feed has gone a little bit glitchy, but I think anyway we're kind of getting close to time.
Okay,
so
yeah.
I'd say we could wrap it up. But yeah, look, thank you so much for coming on. It's fantastic. I suppose just you know, to have you as a trader for us is fantastic. It's really great to see how well you're getting on, how consistent you are in your account, and you know, we wish you the best of luck, even though you don't believe in that anymore, over the next couple of months to stay funded with us, and hoping to make a lot of profit together.
Also, absolutely, there's no question about it. You know, hopefully, I don't sound too overly confident.
No.
We don't want to. We don't want to get. Yeah, 2 year forward is no good either. When I see everyone 2 year forward and happy, I go. I make sure that I'm looking to take everything in the opposite direction. So too happy is no good either.
No, for sure.
You have to find that medium balance. That's good. So yeah, no, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure. I was excited. I was actually when I read the email, I thought it was spam. I thought it was a hacker.
Well, glad you came on. Thanks so much, Jaime.
It was a pleasure.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Nice meeting you.
Bye-bye.
Have a good day.
You too. Thanks.
That's cool. So yes, we have a few more minutes. Look, it's let's just announce it, Gary. You're not planning to be on the next one, right?
No. So I think
maybe one day you will join us.
With the team growing so much, and I suppose you and Petros really taking the reins. I think I'll be a guest appearance rather than a regular appearance going forward. So yeah, look, just obviously, I'm for sure still going to be watching and you know,
Asking
taking
questions
part
in the chat
and
and
asking, asking the
That's cool.
questions you don't want to answer.
Yeah.
When's futures? When's futures?
Yeah. What are you guys doing? What happened?
Yeah,
Look,
but look, obviously, this has been a huge driver for me since we began the company a year and a half ago. You know, to get everybody's opinion and really just to stay close to our traders as much as possible, because always the more information that we can get as a business, the more we can serve you and the more we can improve. So yeah, look, I won't be a staple part of the AMAs anymore, but Petros, Christian, Tim, and the rest of the team will for sure be taking care of everybody and gathering as much information as we can so that we can just continue improving.
I think that since this is the situation, maybe we should do a giveaway, find a giveaway, give some challenges, do something. But I think you should decide what it should be.
Yeah. Well, look, I think we're coming close to Christmas, and so I think we can. Yeah, let's do a. Let's do a few nice. Why don't we do?
Okay.
So let's see. Right. Well, we got our wheel up here.
Yeah.
So why don't we do?
Yeah.
2. We're normally on 5s and 10s, aren't we? Let's go a little bit higher. Let's get in that Christmas spirit. Let's do 2 25s.
Okay, that's cool. Very cool. Okay, so if you ask a question during this AMA, your name will be on this wheel right now. So I will say to Sky, when you're ready, let's just start it, and then let's find a winner. So a 25K. Let's see. Let's take a screenshot. Who is the winner? It will be. Yeah. Congrats. Reach out to us inside Discord. Right, Sky? We take a screenshot here. And yeah, you won a 25K challenge.
Fantastic.
So send a DM in Discord. And let's see who's the next winner. Who is it? Okay. Yeah. I can't pronounce it, but congratulations. You won another 25K. That's great. Perfect.
Nice.
Perfect.
Okay. Why don't we also?
Okay.
That we're in the spirit. I am just creating a code here.
Okay.
Just trying to focus so I don't mess it up.
So you're creating a coupon code now. For how long will it work? I'm
creating a coupon code. It is going to work for the next 10 people.
10 people? Okay.
AMA 20.
AMA 20.
20. Yeah, and that's going to get you 20% off.
And it's only for the first 10 challenges.
First 10 challenges, yeah.
Cool, man. AMA 20, if you're fast, use it right now, only for 10 challenges, AMA 20. That was nice. Cool, man. We have now been live for about an hour, 165 people are watching right now. It's good. AMA 20, buy your challenge right now if you want, only for the first 10 people. And of course, we're getting close to Christmas. So follow us on social media. We will absolutely have another little present for you as well out there somewhere. So don't forget to, and follow us on social media. Subscribe. Cool.
Okay.
Wish you all
Thank you so much, everybody.
Yeah. Christmas trading day. We'll be back probably one of the first days in the new year.
I can see one of our viewers, Brian, has already used AMA 20.
AMA 20. It's only for the first 10 people.
Yeah. So best of luck, Brian, and best of luck 9 other people who are going to take it.
Thank you. Have a good evening, day. See you all.